I love it when you make that next step in organization and suddenly you're like, where is everything? Okay. So that's step one, I guess you'd say. I need to wipe this down. Make sure my hands are clean, and I am going to see if I can put up the Roman blinds. We always joke that if you dust in the morning, you can dust again in the evening and find a goodly quantity, especially in a year like this. Okay, so that's that. There was a piece of me that wanted to get the Roman blinds up before the shelves, but I just knew that that wasn't going to be a good idea. So here's the Roman shades. These are insulated, so it's going to really make a difference for us both in the summer and the winter. In the summer, the sun does not come in here because we're a passive solar. I mean, it's not a direct in sort of a thing. Right now it is because it's getting into winter. But we could really use a little less sun in here sometimes. Come on. Wow, I will say they have taped this thing. It's not coming apart. Of course, we have no instructions because that would be too easy. 1, 2, 3 brackets. Right, left, and middle, I'm sure. They look pretty much the same. There are some where you have distinctly established locations. Ah, yes, the old just screw this in thing. I probably have wood there, which would be handy. Got it figured out. The instructions were stuck in the box, and I practically had to dismantle the box to get them out. But they're even in English, which is awesome. And I started investigating the section where I want to mount this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get the first bracket in first, and then I'll measure everything off of that with a level to make sure it's level. But I'm going to put this one in first over here. One of the holes is in wood, the other one is in air. So that requires a plastic anchor. Okay. And I happen to have those plastic anchors. I had them out yesterday in case I needed them for the shelves. It turns out I didn't need them because I was able to stick these directly into studs. But one of these holes is going to be in a stud, and the other one is going to be in the wall board. So I have my kit set up to do a plastic thing. So what I have to do is I have to drill a bigger hole, and then I have to drive in the plastic thing, and then when I put the screw in, it's got something it's actually going to draw down against the wallboard and make it sturdy. Yay, sturdy as us. Now let's see if we can actually use the drill for this. It would be nice. One of the nice things about using a real ladder is this thing has a little tray thing in the top of it so that you can stick your bits and pieces in there. And let's see if this will work. I think it will work initially and not in the long run, which is okay because it still gets a lot of it done. Ah, this is not working quite right. Why? Why are you not working quite right? It's very close to a wallboard joint, unfortunately. I think I'm going to have to move this over. Thought I had that all worked out. Silly person. somebody apparently just kind of stuck the wallboard together there. And there's a gap between the two pieces of wallboard that they covered with a piece of fiberglass. That's really annoying. Okay, let's see. We can fix this, fortunately. First, we'll remove the screw from here, if we can. I am not amused at all. Every once in a while you find we didn't have much help with this place. But we did have somebody doing some of the wallboard. And I don't know who's guilty of this one, but I don't think it's even vaguely funny. Let's see if I can fix this up. I had not planned to go that far over, but I will if I have to. It's pretty close to the stud. The stud's got to be right here. I'll just move this over and hopefully it'll... Hi, Isa. She says, you're in the way, Mom. I can't get to my bowl. You can get around to it that way, sweetie. Oh, you're going to help. I can tell. Yeah, I don't think I need this kind of help, sweetie. I think I've already had enough help from somebody who was mysteriously helping us years ago. See how close I can get to the end on this thing. It says I have to be at least an inch off the end in order for it to work right. Measuring time. You helping? Oh, you helping so good. She says, I'm a good helper, Mom. The nice thing is I can always choose to raise this, but I can't move the studs, obviously. And I'll bet that this entire piece of wallboard is short there all the way up. This Roman shade is longer than it needs to be because it's a stock length, and we would have had to go for super... We could get width custom without any problem, but if we wanted to go length, it was going to be extra money, and it was just like, I'll take the extra long one, not a problem. So I can raise it up without any issues. Well, I thought I had it all worked out. I was just going to sail through this, get her done, no problem. Take me off, why don't you? Okay, I am going to go up a little bit. I am going to go to the right a little bit. And we're going to see if I can still hit this stud. Okay, there's a board right there. No, there isn't. God bless. Seriously. I'm sure this is one of those spaghetti piles of stuff up here. I wonder if I still have the picture. And I wonder if the picture shows the top of the wall. My recollection would be that this would be like... It's boxed in, of course, because you've got headers over the windows. I'm going to try raising it up, and we're going to see what we have. I can move it in, and that'll put everything into drywall. I can do that. That's not a problem. That might be easier than trying to figure out how to get it into studs. And if I hit a stud, it's not a problem. I'll get some more drywall equipment here. Let's see, we need... I don't know why everybody has to use 2-point type beige. So it's this little guy. Okay. Those will handle everything. Okay, we're going to go up. We're going to move everything over. And hopefully that will resolve all of our issues. Yay, she said, optimistically. I am going to move this right up like that. It's legal, and it should solidly be in drywall for both of them. I much prefer to use studs, but I don't have a lot of options. I'll have this down to a science just about the time I finish. That's the nice thing about doing this kind of stuff, is so you get it worked out just about the time you're all done with it. I use the word nice in a relative term. Well, I would say that really does work. That is definitely room darkening. Turn on the lights in here. Zap. Whew. I'm glad I pulled that off. That made it easier. I should have pulled it off earlier. Not bad. Not bad at all. Well, I tell you, I have a clippy thing. Go on the bottom here, so that you're not actually touching the fabric every time you want to open and close it. There. Not bad at all. You know, we have the giallo seat, the roll-out windows, so the handles are always going to be in the way. You can buy the fancy ones that roll flat, and I have never bothered. Because, to be honest, we usually have drapes, not rolling shades. Come on, there's a fuzz right there that's going to drive you crazy. Strings. I hate strings. As a sewer, I hate strings. Strings must always be removed. And there's a string right there. Okay. We are golden. We have a set of drapes, blinds. We've got these up, we've got these up. Oh, I have cleanup to do. I have got to reattach my dryer. I may not even do that today. Done enough for today. So be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, because I'm not done yet.